Did you know that during the American Civil War, some of the bravest soldiers fighting for the Union were men who had been born into slavery? This isn't just a footnote in history. It's the incredible story of men who seized their own freedom, rifle in hand, and fought against the very system that had enslaved them. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the very first black soldier units in American history. Imagine this. It's 1862. The Civil War is raging. In the North, the idea of arming black men, especially former slaves, is controversial, even unthinkable for many. They question their courage, their loyalty, their very ability to be soldiers. But on the ground, in the heart of the Confederacy, a few Union generals saw things differently. They saw a powerful, untapped resource. Thousands of men desperate for freedom and willing to fight for it. One of these forward-thinking generals was David Hunter, in charge of Union forces occupying parts of South Carolina. He didn't wait for permission from Washington. He issued an order, declaring all slaves in his territory free. Then, he took the next radical step. He started recruiting them into the Union Army. This was the birth of the 1st South Carolina Infantry, a regiment composed almost entirely of formerly enslaved men. The reaction was explosive. President Lincoln, worried about alienating the border states that still had slavery, was furious. He immediately reversed Hunter's emancipation order. The regiment was officially disbanded, its men sent home without pay. It seemed like a failed experiment, a dream of freedom deferred once again. But the seed had been planted. Another general, Rufus Saxton, who had witnessed the courage of these men, relentlessly lobbied Washington. He argued that these men were not only willing but capable soldiers. Finally, as the war dragged on and the need for more troops became desperate, the War Department gave its cautious approval. In late 1862, the 1st South Carolina Infantry was officially reformed. This time, it was for real. The man chosen to lead them was Thomas Wentworth Higginson, a fervent abolitionist, writer, and minister from Massachusetts. Higginson wasn't just a commander. He was a true believer in his men. He learned their stories, their songs, and their deep desire for liberty. He meticulously documented his experiences in his journal, which later became the famous book, Army Life in a Black Regiment. Through his eyes, we get a vivid picture of what it was like. He wrote about their incredible discipline, their quickness to learn drills, and their burning motivation. For these men, this wasn't just a war between states. This was a personal war for their own freedom and the freedom of their families. Every march, every battle, was a step away from bondage. They weren't just fighting for the Union. They were fighting to dismantle the world of their masters. Their first real test came in a series of raids along the coasts of South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. These were dangerous guerrilla-style missions. They navigated treacherous swamps and rivers terrain. They knew better than anyone liberating slaves, destroying Confederate supplies, and proving their mettle under fire. One of the most notable figures to emerge from this unit was Sergeant Prince Rivers, described by Higginson as a man with a majestic presence and the most impassioned and stirring speaker. Rivers was a natural leader. Before the war, he had been enslaved and was known for his fierce resistance to his masters. Now, in a Union uniform, he channeled that same fire into becoming an exemplary soldier. He perfectly embodied the spirit of the regiment. Men who were not given freedom, but who took it. The success of the 1st South Carolina, soon renamed the 33rd United States Colored Troops, sent a powerful message. It proved that black soldiers were not only competent, but exceptionally motivated fighters. Their bravery and effectiveness helped pave the way for the official establishment of the Bureau of Colored Troops in 1863. This led to a surge in recruitment. By the end of the war, nearly 200,000 African-American men had served in the Union Army and Navy. They fought in every major theater of the war, from the Siege of Petersburg to the Battle of Nashville. They faced not only the enemy in front, but also prejudice within their own ranks. They were paid less than white soldiers for a time, and knew that if captured by Confederates, they faced execution or re-enslavement, not the rights of a prisoner of war. Yet, they fought for the promise of citizenship, for the right to be seen as men, and for a future where their children would be born free. The story of the slave soldiers, starting with that first brave regiment, in South Carolina is a powerful testament to the human spirit's unquenchable thirst for freedom. They weren't just fighting a war. They were remaking a nation. Thanks so much for watching. These are the kinds of hidden histories we love to explore. If you found the story as inspiring as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the past. We'll see you in the next video.